What's good? What's good? What's good? Hope everybody is doing fantastic and well. So, I wanted to jump on here real quick and talk about something that has me a little distraught a little bit. Just a little bit. I've heard of the unfortunate news that Fantasia is possibly divorcing her husband. And, the problem with it is that it's very, very disheartening for me, because as a coach, I don't like to see good, harmonious relationships end from, scenarios like this. Because what I understand and know is that in life, there's things that happen. And oftentimes we don't want to talk about the reality. We'd much rather talk about the fantasy. And I would ask Fantasia to reconsider. I would. And I would also tell her to just consider rekindling her relationship. Here's what's real. Doing coaching and impacting relationships and lives and all that is not an easy task at all. Let me just be honest about that. But outside of that, it's vitally important that we realize that when we make decisions, especially when it comes to love affairs or relationships like this, when we make these decisions to end them, there comes a brokenness. Not just a brokenness in Fantasia herself, but then her husband and his brokenness, and then the fact that they're not able to be solid as far as what they were because of what happened. And see, what's disheartening is that the broken part and pieces you got to go back and pick up after the divorce decree is signed and the assets and everything have been separated, and you figured out who's living where and who's getting what. After all that's said and done, the brokenness is still there. The pain still is present in the relationship. See, because she's a celebrity, unfortunately, what's going to happen is most people are going to surround her and get her all excited about leaving and telling her how smart she is for getting away from what had happened and how dare he and all of those things. But for me, it's all a gamble. Because once you leave this one, you think you're going to go and find another one that's going to be faithful and only for you forever? You don't think this would ever happen again? What's the probability? What's the odds? See, we don't want to talk about odds anymore. We don't want to talk about probability. We don't want to talk about that. We only want to talk about how good we'll feel if we leave this marriage. It's not just about leaving the marriage. sadly, it's about a lot of other things you're going to lose. And my concern for Fantasia, because, you know, she's a sister out here hurting. And in a scenario that's not unusual. Can I say that? You know how many wives have had to deal with an affair? You know how many wives out here had to deal with not only affair but a child? And then this isn't going to be the only person that's dealing with this. This happens a lot, unfortunately. But see, for me, as a coach, I'm going to make sure that I'm going beyond the veil. See? You got to go beyond what you see. Everybody's going to talk and gossip and get excited. They are. Consider not doing this. Please. I strongly would suggest, if anybody knows Fantasia and anybody cares about her, or anybody knows of somebody who knows of somebody who knows her, please have her reach out to me. For real. Because I really don't want her to make this decision. Beautiful person. And yes, her husband, I believe, is a beautiful person. I think they have a great harmony together and great chemistry together. I don't think that they should end their marriage. Should some things be different? Yes. Should some things change? Absolutely. Should there be some new conversations? Yes. But the truth of the matter is, most marriages, nobody talks about their sexual truths at all. Can I be honest? I'm a coach out here. I'm telling you the truth. So if you're not ready to hear it, you might want to just go on and click off from this, because I'm just raw with it. Most people in marriages aren't telling their sexual truth. Period. And so when they don't tell their truth, scenarios like this happen, and lo and behold, now I can't be embarrassed out here. I gotta make this decision. No, you don't. No, you don't. Just because you're a celebrity, no, you don't have to make this decision. You can do it different. You can try to hone in and make a decision to try to fix it. How about that? And not just fix it and put a Band-Aid on it. No, fix it for real. Face the truths. No one's talking about the truths anymore. We only want to talk about the fantasy. Like, oh, I'll only be with one person for the rest of my life and nobody else will ever touch me on the planet. But yeah, we got all these babies out here. We got all these scenarios going on. And nobody wants to talk about that. Because nobody's honest about their sexual truth. And unfortunately, these kind of scenarios happens because of that. I don't want to see Fantasia do this. I really don't. I really would like her to go back to the courthouse and pull that paper out. Decline. Tell them that you don't want to file anymore. Get a hold to me. Because I want to see you fix your marriage. I don't want to see you do this. I really don't. I really want to see her do well. I really want to see her get back into her rhythm of happiness and joy. But I will also want to tell her that even when a man does these things or whatever, she can't lose her self-love. She's got to stay strong on herself. Love of self can't be compromised. You got to stay on top of that shit. Married or not. But if you are married, and you know, she's still married from what I'm understanding right now, happiness can go in different rhythms. See, the problem is, can I be honest? A lot of people are married, but they're still stuck at the first day of the wedding. In the mind. They never become current with the lover that they've evolved into. And so what happens is they stay married and they stay, connected, yes. However, they lose sight of who the person is before them now. Not the one that was at the aisle at the wedding. That's a totally different person now. This is a new man. This is a new woman. Do you know the current version of your husband or your spouse? If you don't, things like this happen. And unbeknownst to us, I didn't know. Well, this is why. We're not current. We're not in a current state of knowledge with whom we are with. See. Unfortunately, things like this happen. But my thing is, I really want to see a black love that has gone through some things like they had, because I loved their flow when they would come on and stuff. They had a good flow. So my thing is, why are we destroying all of that because of this? You got out of touch with the current version of your love, my love. And that happens. We're human. We get bogged down and busy with stuff. And we forget to check in on the man we're in love with or the woman we care about and say I do too. We forget to check in and see, how are you today? Where are you in your heart space? What's your sexual truth now? See, because we don't talk about the changes of our sexuality as we age. Things change. We don't want to talk about that either. Yes, we change sexually as we age. So the husband you was doing all that with in the beginning, every day, every night, maybe you don't have that energy now. But maybe one of you maybe still have that. But you can't give it. But see, I'm wrong though if I'm not telling the truth. But I'm wrong though if I'm not telling the truth. As we age, we change sexually. And yes, we have menopause, right? And men have their change. We all have things. All of us. We don't remain the same. We're not the same. When I got married the first time, I was about maybe $1.20 maybe. And weight. Little thing. I'm not the same now. I've changed physically. And then my sexual appetite is different now. I'm not the same woman as I was when I was 26, the first time I got married. What we're not doing when we're going down these aisles and saying I do, what we're not doing is we're not talking about the X factors, the unknowns. You think if you're pregnant, you still want to get it in every day, every night? Not everybody. You don't think after pregnancy things don't change? They do. Sleep, postpartum, all kinds of shit. Your attitude, everything changes. We change on a daily basis. We change. We need to help Fantasia stick in this marriage. She should not do this. It won't serve her well. Fantasia's too beautiful of a woman to let that man that's an asset to her go. See, we got to stop thinking that because a man does something wrong, to me, I don't call it sexual misconduct. It's just his sexual truth. But when a man does something sexually that his wife or his lover don't agree with, why do we automatically have to depart ways? Why? When he's an asset to you. Your money has increased. Your beauty has increased. Your joy inside has increased. Your purpose is on flat. Why? That doesn't make any sense. See, and I'm somebody that keeps it 100 with clients. I don't bite my tongue. If I see a husband that maybe someone else might not agree with or might not, I'll say, listen, are you a better woman because of him? I don't give a damn what your little girlfriends say. Are you with a man that's better because of him? Yes. What? Excuse me? We don't get rid of assets out of our life. That's not what we do. Not grown women. Not real women. Not this woman. I don't give away assets, honey. That's not what I do. And a man that helps you to become your higher level of self is an asset. Period. Now, people might look at me and have their issue with what I'm saying. I don't care. Because I speak my truth. And like I said, anybody that loves Fantasia, cares about Fantasia, cares about her husband, cares about her and her husband together, have her get a hold to me. Seriously. Because there's no reason she should be ending this marriage. No cap. That woman should stay where she's at. And just redefine, redesign, do some things, reinvent. Do some things. Change it up. You ain't got to lose everything you got because of this. Girl, please. No. That's not how we do it. And anybody else you know that might want to just give up, walk away, throw away. No. I'm about to change the planet. Just know that. I'm about to change this planet. Black love shouldn't be going all in these shambles like this. Black love needs to be restored. Black love needs to be rekindled. I don't care if you like what I said or not. That's what I said, and that's what I mean. I'm out of here, guys. You heard what I said. Share this video so she can get a hold to me. Fantasia shouldn't do this. It's your coach, Carla Nicole.